Hello friends, I'm Moom and you're welcome to the tech news show of our channel. And this week has been pretty interesting for tech enthusiasts. And Linux users are gonna love the news. So let's get started, shall we? Well, let's start with the trending news. Nintendo Switch 2 has finally released. On 5th of June, Nintendo Switch 2 has released at the price of $450. It supports a large vibrant screen, stronger processing, redesigned Joy-Con 2, which also works as mouse, and it also brings enhanced social media communication features, retains magnetic dock convenience. The price is 50% higher than the original Switch 1, but the upgrades, visuals and usability, that all makes it pretty worth it. And just a few days later, Microsoft has announced their Xbox Ally. Microsoft partnered with ASUS has made two amazing handhelds, the white ROG Xbox Ally and the black Ally X. Well, the white one comes with Ryzen Z2A, which is amazing for 720p gaming, and the black one comes with Ryzen Z2 Extreme, which can easily support any game up to 1080p. Both feature a 7-inch 120Hz display with variable refresh rate, and these devices will not run Windows 11, but instead a fully customized and intuitive interface of Xbox instead of the usual Windows 11 desktop. But I believe Windows is used in the base, I believe. It also unifies the Xbox Cloud, Remote Play, Steam, Epic, Discord, almost everything. And the Ally X, the black one, elevates the experience to the next level, along with advanced haptics, Thunderbolt 4, and up to 24GB RAM, a 1TB NVMe M.2 SSD, and 80 Watt-hour battery. This is a beast. Well, the question is, will it be able to challenge the amazing Steam Deck, the king of Linux handhelds versus the king of, well, Microsoft handheld? Well, it is set to launch in 2025 holiday season, and the prices and pre-orders will be released soon. We don't know anything yet, so I'm not gonna comment on that. And next news is amazing for Linux users and especially to me. I've always talked like, if you want to choose a Linux distro, then you should look at its desktop environment instead of what is the Linux distro. Like, you're gonna get the same experience with Arch plus GNOME, Fedora plus GNOME, Vanilla OS GNOME, Nix OS GNOME. Like, the whole experience of a person is gonna be the same. The thing which will be different is what is in the base, the way you interact with the real core system from the terminal and what sort of applications you'll be running and blah blah blah. All of that depends on the distro. But I always wondered, like, there should be a whole distribution which only gives us a desktop environment along with flat panels. You don't need a full-fledged distribution inside. What if it is just a desktop along with flat packs? Nothing else. Just imagine. Well, it is true now. Well, this fantasy of mine is coming true. GNOME OS has announced that they will become a full-fledged distribution, which will actually be a revolutionary project slash event in the Linux history, because till now we've been fighting over which distribution is the best. Till now we have been fighting over which distribution is the best and which will give the best experience, but the thing which we should consider is it all depends on the desktop. If it is GNOME, you're gonna get amazing fluid animations and you'll not have any problem with normal day-to-day stuff because GNOME is pretty amazing. If you want the power and customizability, you're just gonna get KDE. You can customize it to whatever you want, or if you want to go something pretty professional and insane with amazing aesthetics, then window managers are there. So yeah, I believe it all comes down to which desktop you're using, and GNOME OS might be the first step to make that reality. And the next news is also good for Linux users. AMD is maybe switching to open source completely. Not completely, but they have started to. So the news is AMD drops their proprietary user space drivers, which are like video and firmware components of AMD, in favor of open source alternatives for improving transparency and community support. This follows the company's broader embrace of open source within its driver ecosystem. And following that, we have some news about sponsorships and Arch Linux. Arch Linux has formalized a process of sponsored contributions, allowing users to propose and receive funding of their work on key areas like documenting, packaging, and tooling. This marks a shift towards more structured, community-driven development within the project. And then we have next news from Ubuntu. Ubuntu removes Bazaar from Launchpad. Bazaar, aka BZR, version control from its Launchpad platform, aligns with broader community shift towards Git. Users are now required to migrate repositories to Git to continue contributing projects hosted on Launchpad. Well, as we are Linux users, we just sometimes don't even care about ads because we have sometimes ad blockers which are actually inbuilt in the desktop environment, or you can just install a package which will block all the applications on the operating system level, so you don't have to worry about anything on a browser. Yep, Linux has its amazing powers, but I'd say, like, as a YouTuber and a content creator, I believe that yes, ads are necessary as long as they're personalized to you. But if a person does not want to see any ad, then you need to give them the space and privacy they want. You need to give them what they want if they're willing to pay the price. And YouTube Prime Lite, maybe in my opinion, is okay as long as they do not show any ads on long form videos, because yeah, it's a YouTube Premium Lite subscription. Well, let me know in the comments what do you think about it, and I'll meet you next video. Till then, I'm Moon signing out.